has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up. It got shoved, right?
But we do have a game before that against the Youngstown State Penguins. Tough one to really get excited about. I don't mean to sound lame, but it's a game that you're coming off a big win. It's probably a good one to come out of Boston College. You avoid any kind of letdown, but it's an FCS team. They've definitely got an interesting situation at quarterback, and Trev, I'm sure we'll get into that. I'll start with you, kind of 10,000-foot view of Youngstown State here, and I got to step away. I have to get a water, but I'll let you travel, let you riff, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, so Youngstown was 4-8 last year, so not great, but they're 2-0 this year. Put up 56 points last week. Their quarterback is probably their biggest weapon. He threw for 12 touchdowns and a little over 2,000 yards last year, but he ran for over 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns. So he's one of those quarterbacks that it feels like we always get trouble with, no matter what team we're watching that we're fans of here. Those running quarterbacks always give us some trouble. He also has, I believe it's 2 potential FCS All-American wide receivers out there. One of them had 1,500 receiving or 1,500 all-purpose yards for Slippery Rock in Division II last year. So it's like the coaches have said, they've got some guys that could give us some trouble, but at the same time, it's an FCS team. So hopefully, we can just take care of business, see as many people on the field as possible, move to 3-0 rather easily.
Yeah. If Alessio Melvoicic is in to start the third quarter, I'll be pretty disappointed. I think this is a game where you got to get Childs some reps, get the starting guys some reps, but then it's a good time to get some young faces in as well. Yeah. Nikki, what about you? How are you looking at this game?
I think we're going to win, no problem. This is going to be a classic game that we're really pissed off during the first quarter, I think. This might be the Aiden Childs interception game because he might just first 2 quarters kind of play it fast and loose, kind of see what he can do.
A little hangover.
Yeah, that might get the monkey off the back a bit. Who knows? But I have a little bit of history about Youngstown State. So we've played them 3 times in our history, and we are 3-0. And we have very similar records all 3 years. It was 2011, 2013, and 2021. So whenever we play Youngstown State, we do win 11 games.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I like how that sounds.
Yeah. That quarterback, Trev, I know you talked about it, but man, just looking at the stats, I mean, he's done okay through the air, but 38 rushes, 400. He's their leading rusher, and he has 6 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he's really a runner who takes the snaps.
Right.
He's like a Denard, almost like a Denard Robinson.
Yeah,
I would say probably not as fast or anything like that, but it's a dangerous formula to be playing with, and with those couple receivers at his disposal, a little speed. I can see what Nikki's talking about with a little bit of anxiety during the first quarter, but eventually we tend to make a play that runs away with these games. Yeah,
it's tough. It'll be a tough week on the coaches because, like Nikki said, coming off a big win, kind of have that hangover feel maybe. I don't think it's a situation where we'll get upset or anything, but it's a tough week for the coach to keep the players focused. Keep the kind of keep the focus going forward and focus on executing still. And I think that hopefully, there's not a situation where they're hungover and all of a sudden it's a close game. But, if they can just focus on executing, keeping people healthy, but keep the oars in the water, keep the boat going in the right direction. Hopefully there's a lot of positives to take away from it, not just, we won.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Hopefully they'll some guys can get some reps, and everyone can get a little better. But this is one of those games that's just like
it's happening.
It's just I wish these games didn't happen. Honestly, I do think this game's coming at the right time. I would hate to be playing USC this week, coming off that big win, but I don't know. Like these tune-up games are great, and it's nice to get a win, but it's just hard to get too excited about it.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys on the health side. So if we've been talking about Nikai Martinez and whether he's going to be able to make or when he's going to be able to make it back. If he's healthy this week, would you play him or do you hold him for Big Ten play?
Great question. I think it depends on the injury level. Like if he's pain-free and there's no concerns of re-injury, I think you get him in for some reps, at least in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter, almost like a preseason game for him. But I think you got him on a pitch count in a pretty short leash. If it's still, hey, coach, I can go, I got a little discomfort, or hey, coach, I can go, but it's not, it's not 100%, I think no reason to play him.
Fair.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But you do want him to come into that USC game with some
right. That's my whole dilemma is like,
yeah,
I don't want to risk an injury here, but I also don't want him going into that USC game raw with no reps and no idea.
I'm with you.
What he's going to be like.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Any other Youngstown State thoughts? I know we already checked for their favorite Italian food, like they had with Prairie View A&M, but it didn't look like their website was giving us much content there.
No, very disappointing.
That was a fun one last year.
Prairie View boys. Well,
a lot of Italian in Prairie View, Texas.
I guess so. I don't really have much else on Youngstown State. I mean, it's one of those games like it's not like FCS football.
It's an appetizer.
Yeah. 3:30 at Spartan Stadium.